Hey everyone, Bill from Aerial West Films and MavMount.com. I'm a professional drone pilot. I've flown on movies, commercials, music videos, real estate shots all over the world. And I want to show you our latest clamps. This is our lineup of all the different options we have for professionals and consumers who want to use the best tools to get drone shots. So if you're not familiar, really quick, the MavMount is an adapter that allows you to use a full-size iPad with your DJI controllers. It fits all of the foldable controllers like this configuration, and we've also made it fit the DJI Mavic Air 2 new brick style, where the controller or the cell phone will go up in the top there. Why so many options? Well, we've got a lot of customers. They all have different needs, and we've found that that we like to address everything very specifically. A little bit more complicated, but I think in this video you will get everything straightened out. All right, so let's get to business here. These are slim lines here. I use these for travel a lot. You can see here, I don't have it in the lineup, but this is the 112 to 142. So let's just throw them in there so you can see side by side all of our clamp offerings. Now this guy has flown all over the world. He works with the iPad mini, and that's what I use when I'm traveling to get shots. That guy is awesome. But, all right, so let's start here. Now, as you can see, some of these are deeper than others, and I'll tell you as we go. This is great, the depth here, if you have a large oversized case. A lot of people use these oversized cases, and so you'll see with the depth here why some of them will be better for something like a case. All right, so this is the order that I'll be going in. So if you want to skip forward and learn about one of these clamps, just go ahead and do that. This is the 55 to 85 millimeter. This is the 77 to 114. This is the 112 to 142. This is the 160 to 180. This is the 185 or 125 to 185. The 55 to 275. This is actually not a clamp. It is a mount that we made for the CrystalSky monitor to work with the MavMount and any 1/420 standard camera mount. This is the 120 to 130. And this is the 130 to 230. Now, as we go through all of these, I'm going to explain different characteristics. This one right here is for a cell phone. We'll start with the 55 to 185. A lot of people order this as a secondary clamp. They'll be getting the MavMount for an iPad, but they'll buy this so they just never have to try to put the cell phone in there in the original spot. Honestly, when you're flying, look, I've just covered the whole screen. You know, this is the screen I'm supposed to be looking at to see all these things. So having this screen up here is so valuable. So a lot of people will actually just buy the 55 to 85, not even use it with a larger iPad. But this is also, you can pick one up. You know, you pick up your iPad mini and one of these, and you're all set up very specifically. 77 to 114. This is made for a larger oversized cell phone that, or maybe you have a huge case on your cell phone and it's made it too thick and too tall for an 85 millimeter clamp. So this guy is great. He's really deep. So you call that like a phablet, right? Like oversized cell phone or undersized tablet. 112 to 142. Again, and I should point out there's mounts in both places. All the slimline have that same, where you can mount it on the back or the bottom. What that does is, in this configuration, if you mount it like this, it's a little bit higher, and I like that. It angles a little bit more, but you can also switch this forward. Get it in this configuration. And then as you can see, if I mount it on the back there, it's a little bit more forward. And with the larger tablets, what it does is, instead of having it up in the air and creating a high center of gravity, it lowers the center of gravity. A lot of people like that. I personally don't fly like that, because usually I have a hood on it because I want full perfect vision of the screen. But that's the way to go with that. All right, so this is the 160 to 180. This would be for your 9.7 and I believe 11-inch tablets. This is the only one that really works with a case. Here's the 185, 125 to 185. This guy will work with case on. See how it's a bit deeper? I use this with a hood as well. It extends out, spring-loaded like the other ones. That is a very popular one. People feel really secure with how wide this is. And you know, these ones work great, but you know, just visually, some people feel a little happier with that. Again, rear and bottom mounts on this one. This is the 55 to 278. This will hold all the way up to a 12.9 inch monitor iPad, which is great. But also, by pressing this on the back here, sliding it up, you can actually put a cell phone in there too. Now, of course, it's a little bit high on there, but it's universal to some extent, so people really like that. I don't suggest this one with a large case. You can see how deep it is. But to get that 12.9 inch, you extend this out. Boom, you're in business. And that kind of ratchets it back in. That's been a popular one for a long time. Of course, this is the CS monitor mount. This screws into the OEM DJI spots. We give you these screws. And this is all CNC milled 6061 aircraft grade aluminum. It is anodized gray to match with the monitor. And you can see it just says MavMount CS on there. And if you were to put this on, literally it's just like all the other clamps. There you go. Right here we have the 120 to 130 millimeter. Now this one's been really popular lately. I've had some reviewers talking about it. Now this guy has a mount on the back and on the bottom. This mount is actually a ball head as well if you wanted to use it for further adjustment. What I like to do is just tighten this guy down really well. This guy will extend by pressing the button on the back. And there you go. And then it's further spring loaded on the bottom. So that will go all the way up to 12.9 as well. And then down to an iPad mini by using it this way. And then one really cool way to do is if you put it this way, you can actually put your cell phone in here and go sideways. Now it's a little to the right. That's really cool when you can just throw your cell phone in there. So this has been a very popular clamp lately. And then for 12.9s, I actually really like this. It is very bulky and strong. Not heavy, but just, it's got these little winglets on the side that hold it out just about as wide as the other clamps here, as you can see. It's got a mount on the bottom and then a mount on the back as well right here. This also serves as an adjustment screw, so you can pull this out, and this is how this guy can be made smaller. Take the screw out, then you adjust it down. So if you wanted to use an iPad mini or 7.9 or something smaller, maybe an Android tablet's a little bit smaller, now it's adjusted down. These pieces have come up, and you can either mount that on the bottom, you can mount it right here, and it will hold it for you. To set that back, just unscrew this, slide it back out, then just tighten that guy back down, and he again becomes another mounting point if you want to go on the back. And I actually do really like to be on the back for a 12.9 inch tablet. It sets it nice and low. All right, so that's tightened in there. Let's just move these guys out of the way and I'll show you how nice that sits. Yeah, originally we did this because we wanted to use our Mavic Mini, or sorry, Mavic Air, Mavic Pro, Mavic 1 Pro, in the same configuration as we do the Inspire 2, and so we needed the screen to be roughly about where it was with them, and it really worked out. So these clamps are all just great options. You can't really go wrong unless you got the wrong size. Just let us know if that ever happens. We have a nice chart on the website that has pictures and sizes and compatibility for every one of them. Check it out at MavMount.com and we will get you there. If you have any questions, hit us up on our contact form. I try to get back to people as quick as possible. If you don't hear back, check your spam. Sometimes it goes there. We do try to get back to people very quickly. All right, thank you so much. Hope this helped. Have a great one.